Good morning, dear children. This is Amrita Banerjee. And children, we will be doing the first chapter of moral science today. Okay, so let us see what is the name of the chapter. It is concentration. Okay, so here we have some words of wisdom. Concentration broadens one's mind and gives confidence to face day to day problems and enables to live with dignity. That means concentration is so much important in one's life. Any successful task that we wish to do, it requires our concentration. If we will not be able to concentrate, we will not be able to perform that task well. Okay, so here are few stories, children, through which we will try to understand the concept of concentration. So let us start the first story. See, it is once there was a man named Vararuchi. I'm sorry, children, it is Vararuchi. Once there was a man named Vararuchi, and he was very much interested to receive education. But unluckily, he was too old to enter a school. He went to a scholar in Kashi and requested him to accept him as his disciple. So we can see that Vararuchi is so old in the picture, but he is very much interested to receive education. So he went to Kashi and spoke to a scholar. The scholar, before taking a final decision, thought of testing the ability of Vararuchi to concentrate. So he gave him a bowl full of oil and asked him to deliver it to a friend who lived at the other end of the same street. So now the scholar is testing Vararuchi to make him as his student or disciple. So he has gave him a bowl of oil and he is supposed to carry it to the friend of the scholar who lives at the other end of the street. Okay, so he also warned him to carry it very carefully so that not even a single drop of oil spills, otherwise he would not be taken as his disciple. So children, see, now he is an old man and he has to carry the bowl of oil so much properly that not even a single drop of oil should fell off from the bowl. So this is his examination of concentration. Okay, now let us see the next one. Now Vararuchi started this difficult task. The cup was filled up to the brim. Brim means to the topmost layer. Okay, so the cup was fully filled. The slightest shake might make the oil spill out. Now on the way, he met several persons, birds, animals, and number of other sights enough to distract anyone's attention. So children, now he is traveling towards the friends, scholar's friends. So children, at the way he has so many distractions. Okay, but Vararuchi was not distracted. His mind and eyes were set on the bowl of oil, so he was not disturbed at all. He carried the bowl to the house of scholar's friend and delivered it to him. When Vararuchi came back to the scholar, the latter asked, I know you have delivered the bowl filled with oil to my friend. Now I would like to ask one question. If your answer satisfies me, I shall accept you as a disciple. So Vararuchi said, Sir, come out with your question. I shall try to satisfy you. The scholar said, What did you see on the road while going to my friend? So children, now Vararuchi has successfully completed the task and he is back to the scholar. So now scholar is testing him now with a question and he says that if the answer is satisfactory, he will accept him as his disciple. Okay, so let us see what this Vararuchi answers. He asked him that what all things he saw when he was going to his friend's house. So Vararuchi very gently said, Nothing, sir, except the bowl of oil in my hand. The scholar was satisfied and he accepted Vararuchi as his disciple. Dear children, Vararuchi, being an aged person, learned many subjects and became a great scholar. So children, you see, that he has not got the opportunity at his youth to study, so he took this opportunity by giving a small test of concentration, and then he could study and he became a very great scholar. Okay, so children, this is the one story, and I hope you have understood the concept that concentration makes even everyone to perform the difficult of the task. So children, carrying a bowl of oil, and that too in a busy road, it was such a difficult task, but Vararuchi did it. Okay, and it was only possible because of the concentration. Okay, now the next story, children, let us see. The young prince of Kauravas and Pandavas were receiving their education under the guidance of the famous teacher guru Dronacharya. So children, we can see in the picture that Dronacharya is given education to Kauravas and Pandavas. Okay. So after completion of the first part of their education in archery, Dronacharya decided to test their ability to concentrate their attention on the target. So, children, they were supposed to fight in the wars, and also what was the education? They were made to learn archery. Archery means you can see that there is an arc and a bow, and they are supposed to hit the target. So now after he had taught them how they are supposed to perform the task, now he has decided that he will take the test. Okay, so he led all the prince to the nearby forest. He hung a toy bird among the branches of the tree. He then told them to come one by one and pierce the eye of the toy bird with an arrow. So children, in the picture you can see that there is a toy bird. He had hung it around in the tree, and now one by one everyone is supposed to come and the try to hit the eye of the birds, not just the bird, especially the eye of the bird with the arrow. So let us see what happens next. Now, at first he asked Yudhishthir to come forward and shoot, as he was the eldest of the five. When Yudhishthir was about to shoot, Dronacharya asked him, "What do you see?" Yudhishthir replied, "Guruji, I see the forest, trees, branches, leaves, you, my brothers, and many more things." So this is what Yudhishthir replied, that he is seeing everything around. So now he asked, "Now shoot the target," said the teacher, and Yudhishthir failed to pierce the eye of the bird. So see children, Yudhishthir was not concentrated on the eye of the bird, so he could not pierce it. Okay, he failed. Okay, he could not hit the target. Next, Dronacharya called all the princes one by one and asked the same question to each of them, and all of them gave the very similar answer and failed to pierce the eye of the bird. None of them could satisfy his teacher. Now, children, one by one, all the prince came, but everyone gave the same answer, that they could see the forest, they could see the tree, they could see their friends, their brothers, him. So no one was successful in hitting the target. Okay, so at last he called Arjuna. When he aimed, Dronacharya put the same question to him. So Arjuna replied, "Sir, I see only and only bird's eye." Dronacharya was very happy and asked Arjuna to shoot. Now Arjuna shot the arrow and the eye of the bird was pierced. So children, you can see that all the Pandavas and Kauravas prince, they all were not successful in hitting the eye of the bird, but Arjuna was successful. Okay, because what did he see? He can only see his target, that is the bird's eye. That means he has concentrated so much that other than his target, he could not see anything else, but others could see forest, this, that. That means others were distracted, but Arjuna was so much concentrated that he could hit the target. Okay, now the other prince were The other prince very humbly asked him how all of them failed to hit the target, and Arjuna succeeded in piercing the eye of the bird. So Dronacharya said, "Dear students, you want to know why only Arjuna could shoot? Listen, Arjuna had forgotten everything around him and focused his total attention on the target. Thus, he succeeded, whereas none of you could concentrate properly. Remember, concentration is the only key to successful learning. Concentration means focusing all your attention on a particular task." So, children, hear what the Dronacharya replied, that Arjun was successful because he was concentrated on his target. And concentration is only a key for the successful learning. Anything you wish to get mastered over, if you want to learn in such a way that you could never forget that, for that very reason, children, you are supposed to concentrate. Okay, so children, this was the one part of our chapter. Now we will be doing the next part in the next video. Okay, thank you so much.